Let's speak about Workhorse, baby! What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. I got the clothing line to prove that fact. And today, we are speaking about Workhorse. I was actually away for the last 2 days. I went to a hotel with my girlfriend. We had some nice food. We relaxed. I didn't look at the stock market for 2 days. And now I am back, and I have to admit, I am so excited. So while I was gone, an absolutely massive piece of news came out in regards to Workhorse. I'm pretty sure that everybody on YouTube and their dog and their parents have covered it at this stage. But anyway, today we're going to be speaking about the investor presentation that was brought out by Romeo Power Technology. Because there's a few things in this that point to Workhorse having received quite a large portion of the USPS contract. Again, I know I'm extremely late to this party, but I had to take a couple of days off. That was my first time not looking at stocks for more than about 12 hours in over 6 months. And it really did make me realize just how fortunate I am to have this as a job now. I mean, I am so excited for today's video. So of course, we're going to be speaking about Workhorse. We're going to be getting you guys the most up-to-date news. And now I am back home, so you can expect videos to go back completely to normal. We're going to be double uploading. We'll get a live stream going for you guys soon. You already know how it is, people. So right before we get into the video, can I please ask you to hit the juicy like button, my friends? You already know if you don't hit the like button on Workhorse videos, Brian gets upset.
You do not want to make me upset. Do you understand?
Brian, chill out, my man. If you're new around here, what are you waiting for, my friend? Please hit that juicy red subscribe button and join the family of investors. We're trying to get to 50,000 juicy subscribers. And drop me a comment down below. I want to know how many shares of Workhorse you have and what is your cost basis. I also want to know if you've been buying more lately. With that being said, guys, let's get into the news. So as always, we are going to start it off with the recent price action. Okay, so on the 5-day chart, we're currently down about 10%. We're up ever so slightly pre-market. I'm recording this video just before market opens. I mean, a lot of this is not Workhorse's fault, in my opinion. We all know what's going on with Trump and the stimulus bill. That's something I'll have to cover in a whole other video. But all in all, I'd say it's okay. You know, obviously a lot of us want Workhorse to be approaching the 30s again. I think a lot of people actually expected 30s by end of week. Now, who knows? It's still obviously a possibility. But I think at this stage, we should have established that, you know, if this is a long-term hold, what's happening on an intraday or a weekly basis really doesn't matter too much. I do think that overall the market sentiment in regards to Workhorse is still very bullish, but there has just been so much bearish news in the world as of late, especially in regards to Trump and the stimulus, that no matter how good market sentiment is, you know, it's not going to be pushed up very quickly. So it's just a matter of the patience game. And I think a lot of us with Workhorse are extremely patient, because again, a lot of us were getting in back here. Some of the really lucky people were getting in here. Lucky's not the right word, they call it before the rest of us, but you get what I'm saying. Now anyway, this is what everybody's here for, okay? So this, I mean guys, the amount of times this got sent to me. I got emails sent to 3 of my different email addresses. I got countless messages on Instagram. I got people messaging me on Facebook. I got Discord messages. Basically, this was sent to me more than anything else ever was. So I'm just going to give you my thoughts and opinions on it. Now, Romeo Power Technology, in the first place, quite a cool looking company. I'll probably make a full video on these guys anyway, but there's a few things we have to look at in here. And so we are looking at a completely different company's presentation here, but there's only a few bits we need to look at in regards to Workhorse. So I mean, the first thing you see here is page 11, okay? Medium duty short haul trucks. This truck right here, you're probably just thinking, yeah, that's a USPS truck, okay? This truck right here is Workhorse's prototype. That truck right there is Workhorse's prototype. They decided to use Workhorse's prototype as opposed to anybody else's, okay? So again, it's one small detail, but it's a detail nonetheless. So that's the very first thing we see, a Workhorse USPS prototype vehicle. 2 pages later, on page 13, diversified high quality customer base. 2 things I want to point out. We see Oshkosh, who are with Ford, okay? And we see Workhorse. Okay, so both of them are included here. So maybe both of these are going to need a lot of batteries soon. But now is where the detective side of everybody's come out and where we really get into, you know, the nitty gritty. Over here, okay? United States Postal Service, okay? The USPS is electrifying the majority of its 200,000 vehicle fleet. So 2 very important things there, electrifying and the majority. Doesn't say they're electrifying the entire fleet, and it doesn't say they're electrifying a little bit of the fleet. Now, if you're up to date with Workhorse, you don't even need me to tell you this, but Workhorse is the only all-electric play left in the bidding process. So that's why people are getting so excited right now. I mean, it says it here, they're electrifying the majority. We also have all expected pretty much from the start that the contract was going to be split between at least least 2 different competitors. And myself, I have always said Workhorse and Ford, aka Oshkosh. Oshkosh, okay, is working with Ford Motors to modify a gasoline Ford Transit cargo van. So when I read this, when I read majority, to me, you know, that's going to signify 75%. And that's also what I've been saying. I see Workhorse getting 50 to 75% of the contract. So what we're seeing right here could potentially be Workhorse getting 75% and Oshkosh getting 25%. Now again, this is speculation. We're reading between the lines, you know, there is nothing said definitively here, but given all of the information we've had from the past and this, that's kind of the assumption that a lot of us are going to start making. And I have to say, I'm very excited about this. I mean, genuinely very excited about this. I mean, it's the fact, again, read the words, electrifying the majority. We see Workhorse listed as a customer, and they decided to use a picture of Workhorse's prototype right here. Not Oshkosh's, not anybody else's. So I'll be honest, guys, the first thing I asked myself when I saw this is, does this not kind of breach the non-disclosure agreement? Because obviously, I mean, we know that Workhorse, Oshkosh, Ford, nobody can speak about the contract. They can't say if they've gotten it or if they haven't gotten it. It would breach non-disclosure agreements. So I'm really wondering here, okay, is this a breach? I know that they haven't said anything in particular or anything definitive, but the fact that they say the USPS is electrifying the majority of its 200,000 vehicle fleet, I mean, I don't know about that. The wording just seems a little bit too leaning towards one side, I would say. Now, if this was a non-disclosure agreement breach, in my opinion, this would have been pulled by now, and the USPS would have literally have been forced to have said something by now. So maybe it isn't. Maybe they're not a part of the non-disclosure agreement. Maybe it is just the companies. Because I mean, obviously, say for example, if Workhorse knew they had 75% of the contract, they're going to have to start sourcing the batteries. They're going to have to source absolutely everything. So pair something like this with the fact that we see them hiring more than 200 new people. You know what I mean? But the reason I was worried about that, if this was a breach, was because then everything could have got pushed back and the whole thing may have had to start again. So it genuinely was a big concern, but the fact that this has been out there now for a few days at the very least, I think it's okay. But I do have to say, guys, this is exciting to me. You'll remember when their number appeared on the GSA website, I was one of the few people saying it wasn't even really that exciting. We've seen lots of other bits and pieces of highly speculative news over the last few weeks. I mean, let's be honest, there's a lot of people clutching at a lot of straws right now. Main reason is, I think a lot of people are overextended into Workhorse, so they really want to believe that, you know, it's pretty much set in stone, this company's going to double or triple over the next 6 months. A lot of people are emotionally attached to Workhorse. I don't think there's much arguing that at this stage, much more than most companies. And it is my biggest position, and I love them to pieces, but I am trying to stay, you know, as diligent as possible in regards to reviewing them. It's easy to just say, yeah, Workhorse is going to hit $70 if we get 75% of the contract. Nobody knows what's going to happen. That's something I've really realised over the last while. I mean, when we were towards the end of this consolidating period, so much good news was coming out and nothing happened. Then we went on this good run up and, you know, there was bits and pieces of news, but nothing crazy. Then there was a broader crash while no bad news had come out. Then there was a second little crash while no bad news had come out. At this stage, it seems like it's going to take a lot to move Workhorse, but I also think it's going to take a lot to move pretty much any stock for a considerable period of time until we know what's going on with Trump and the stimulus package. I really do think that's the truth. So I'm not getting too excited yet, you know what I mean? And the other thing is, we don't know when the contract's being announced again. I know everybody wants it to be October 14th. Want is the key word. That's when you want it to happen. It does not necessarily mean it's going to happen. We've seen emails from the USPS themselves saying that it should happen by the end of the calendar year, but we've also seen extracts from articles saying it could be next calendar year. So at this stage, guys, it really is just a hold and forget about a stock, or, you know, buy some more when more good news like this comes out. But please do remember, Workhorse is high risk, guys, without a doubt in my mind. I mean, it was high risk when we were buying here. It was high risk in the 14s and 15s. Since all the news that have come out, yes, it is a little bit less high risk. But I do believe that the longer time horizon you give yourself with this company, the more likely you are to make quite a lot of money. If you're playing the USPS contract, it's very high risk. I think the majority of people who have done their real research into this company will very much so agree with that statement. Because if it falls through, or if we get less than 50%, a lot of people are going to be upset. A lot of people are going to sell. There is massive expectations with this company right now. There is a lot priced in even over the next few years. Good things need to happen. I will put it that way. Hype has already brought us an awful long way. I mean, the majority of this move, let's be completely honest, is hype, is one USPS contract. I don't think there's much arguing that. Now, it's an amazing business model, don't get me wrong. I love Workhorse. I've spoken to the CFO. I've spoken to the founder of the company. They're my favourite company in the world and my biggest position by far. But we really do have to acknowledge it still is high risk. So my main piece of advice here would just be try not to overextend, okay? Don't get too excited. Don't feel like you're going to miss out. Because at the end of the day, if this company does the things that we want it to do, there genuinely isn't going to be much difference buying at 24 or buying at 27. If all goes to plan for this company long term, I mean, this is going to easily be a high 3-digit stock. When I say long term, I'm speaking 10, 20 years down the line. So that's the difference. I'm not trading USPS Contract, I am investing in a company. But anyway, guys, that was really all that needed to be covered right now. Of course, I will have another Workhorse video on Friday and we'll go through absolutely everything that's happened over the last couple of weeks. It's going to be a sick video, but nothing has changed. To me, it's still a juicy, long-term investment, people. If you have watched this video till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend and I really do appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. The support you guys have been showing me over the last few months has been immense. It really did all start to hit me last week and also over the last couple of days when I had some time to think, because I mean, I have literally not stopped for 6 months. You know, all I have done is look at stocks, make videos, speak with you guys. I didn't really have time to stop and think. Those 2 days away really made me realize that we have something very special going on this channel, and I want to make sure you guys know you're appreciated. I'm going to keep working hard and hopefully we're going to build this into something truly special, and hopefully, you know, we're going to build this amazing community and all help each other out down the line. That really is the goal here. If you did enjoy the video, could I please ask you, if you haven't yet, to hit that like button, drop me a comment and subscribe if you're new around here. That is the easiest ways there is to support me, and it really does mean the world to me. And also, if you are interested, hit that first link in the description and sign up to become a patron, and you will get full access to my private Discord server. In there you'll get buy and sell alerts, you'll get messages from me every single day. I always give my outlook on the broader market. I let you guys know when I'm buying and selling stocks, I let you guys know what I'm watching, price targets on certain companies, and just loads of other chats in there. It's an awesome community with over 350 patrons now. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. I will see you for the next one. Peace.